Welcome to the Friday Night Football Review, Week 7. We start off with a little Thursday night action as the son of Mustang great Brad Hill and his 2-4 Mustangs travel to the Swamp to face Andre Blanchard and the 0-6 Gators, who look to get their first victory on the year. And for most of the game, it looked as if they would, as two-time District 7 4A District MVP Louis Blanchard and the Gator D held the Mustangs in check. With just under 6 minutes left in the first, facing a 2nd and 7 from their own 31-yard line, quarterback Andre Blanchard hits Caleb Voisin for a 69-yard touchdown. Extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 Gators. In the third quarter, Voisin takes the handoff and gets 11 yards on the play. After a face mask penalty, South Terrebonne has 1st and goal at the 6. On the very next play, Voisin gets into the end zone to put his team up 13. Extra point is good. South Terrebonne 14, Assumption 0, with 8:40 left in the third. We move forward to late in the fourth, facing a 2nd and 7. Mustang quarterback Taj Parker hit Tyrese Gilton for a gain of 27. Later in the game, facing a 2nd and 15, Parker drops back and decides to take off and gains 11 on the play. The next play on 3rd and 4th, Parker hits Stephen McBride, who takes it all the way down to the South Terrebonne 1-yard line, a gain of 33 on the play. On the next play, Assumption's Melvin Young gets into the end zone to make it 6-14. Good call by the coaching staff to go for 2 now, as Parker is able to convert. On 4th and 13 on the Gator 33-yard line, Parker hits Brad Hill Jr., who evades the tackler and finally steps out of bounds at the 8-yard line, a gain of 25 on the play. 2 plays later, Garden finds the end zone for the 2nd time to tie it at 14 with 1 minute and 8 seconds left to play. The extra point is good, which brings us to our final score. Assumption 15, South Terrebonne 14. Assumption is now 2-0 in District 7 4A and 3-4 on the year. South Terrebonne falls to 0-7. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. Patterson is able to pick up their first victory on the year as they take care of Edie White Catholic 38-14. Edie White is now 2-5 on the year, and both teams are 1-2 in district. Number 7 Kaplan is able to take care of business against Berwick 37-18. Kaplan remains undefeated on the year. Berwick is now 5-2, and they are 2-2 in district. Covenant Christian is unable to defend the home turf as they lose to Vornado 52-20. Covenant Christian is now 5-2 on the year, and they are 1-1 in district. The Warriors pick up their first district win on the year over Ridgewood Prep 47-3. Homer Christian is now 2-5 on the year, 1-1 in district. Number 3 Destrehan travels to Central and is able to take care of business 49-21. Central Lafourche is now 4-3 on the year, and they are 0-3 in district. Our Friday night action, we head to the river parishes where Kirkland and Davis and their 5-1 Lutcher Bulldogs will take on DeMarcus Williams and his 6-0 St. James Wildcats. On their first possession, St. James is facing the 3rd and 6 when Williams rolls right and hits Cortland Johnson, who is tackled near midfield for a gain of 23. A few plays later, Johnson is able to get in from 2 yards out. St. James goes for 2 and converts. Later in the first quarter, Kirkland scrambles and is rocked by safety Sean Preston Jr. On 4th down, Kirkland rolls to the right but cannot connect with Tyreek Belvin. Later in the first quarter, Letcher has the ball deep in St. James territory, and Kirkland hits Eldontre Davis, who takes it in for the score. Letcher 6, St. James 8. Extra point is good. St. James is looking to strike again, but Lutcher's cornerback Marquand Williams puts an end to that threat. Looking to capitalize, Lutcher's Kirkland throws a bomb to junior wide receiver Gregory Clayton, who gets in. 31-yard touchdown pass. Extra point is good. 14-8 at this point. Lutcher will go on to win 28-14 to hand St. James their first loss on the year. Both teams are now 6-1. Here's our scoreboard. The number 10 Central Catholic Eagles takes care of business against Vermilion Catholic, 28-21. The Eagles are now 3-1 in district and 4-3 overall. Vanderbilt continues their winning ways as they up in South Lafourche 31-14. Vanderbilt is now 6-1 on the year, 2-0 in district. South Lafourche fall to 1-1 in district and is 2-5 overall. Ellender gets back on track as they beat the Morgan City Tigers 47-7. Ellender is now 5-2 and 1-1 on the year. Morgan City is now 3-4 and 0-2 in district. Thibodaux continues to roll as they beat the Braves 47-21. HL falls to 3-4 and 1-2 in district, and Thibodaux is now 6-1 and 4-0. Terrebonne loses a heartbreaker by way of a last-second field goal by Lakeshore. Terrebonne is 3-4 on the year and 0-3 in district.
And sit down.